a giant 8-inch. Alright, sorry about the wind. Wind really picked up in the afternoon. We're out going after bluegills. Really hard bite, but we got some. Really hard bite. Lots and lots of small ones. Enjoy the video. Alright, so this time around we were on the backwaters of the Mississippi going after bluegills. And we found out that it was a horrible, dirty water moment. The water, you'll find out on the underwater camera as you go through the video that it was just dirty and murky. It made for a very hard, long, rough bite, but we came home with a little pile of bluegills at the end of the day. We were about in 6 feet of water looking for these bluegills where we kind of found them. And it was just a rough bite. The warmer weather is finally here, but the fish just ain't completely going crazy yet. That's a nice one, first eater. He was only a foot under the ice. He was like acting like a crappie and he just slammed it. I'm using spikes, red jig to match red spikes. Look at that. Hopefully they get bigger than that. We got one keeper. Going with a pretty good size, normal little minnow eater crappie. Everything is slow, but I'm getting them. Backwaters of the Mississippi River. There's water way down at the other end over there. Water behind me. Stuff is starting to melt. But I don't think this lake froze good at all, though. That's another thing. You got one 8-inch. And this is a 10-inch crappie, right over 10-inch. We're doing better than what we've been doing. We only started like not even an hour ago. Well, this one is 7 3/4. We're gonna keep that one. It's a little bit small. Usually I would throw him back, but it's such a hard bite. We're gonna keep that one. He's got some food on him. It's rough, slow. And on that little red jig I'm using, I have to cover up the whole hook, or they just don't really, they can see that hook and they just won't eat it. You gotta have that hook all fully covered. I think it's been probably an hour, and now we finally got another nice, well, not a nice one, but an eater size one. Nice eater size one right there. That's what I'm using. Spikes, red jig head. 6-pound test, Suffix Advance, or Ice Magic, not Advance, Ice Magic line. There's another one. 7.5. It's so slow. So slow. So many small ones. We would have been done if all the small ones were big ones a long time ago. Catching hundreds and hundreds of small ones. And it's not even half the day yet. It's only 11:30. Yeah, it's 12:30. The big ones don't seem to be showing up anymore. Small ones after small ones, and it's very windy. The wind came out of nowhere and started blowing. And there is what I'm using one more time. Small bluegill. You gotta watch that spring bobber to tip your pole, because they bite so lightly to it barely just moves. And then the wind, it's so hard to tell because, well, the wind's pushing your line and bobbing. And It's just rough. Just rough. We're in about 5 to 6 feet of water. This whole lake is kind of 5-6 feet of water. 1 o'clock now. Small one after small one after small one. And when we were using the underwater camera, it's muddy down there. It's really hard to see. This one's too small to keep. The wind is ripping. It's getting cold out here in March. Almost an hour and a half, and then we finally caught a keeper, finally. Jeez, it's so slow. I don't know why. Just how it is. That right there is our best bite on that red jig with the spikes. Nicest blue, or one of the nicest bluegills right there. Man, oh man, they're down there. But yeah, murky water, and there's another one. Oh, that's our new one. That puts us at 5 bluegills, 1 crappie. This guy's literally right under 8. This is the only one that's over 8. All the rest are right under 8. Like right under it. The big ones just ain't biting. Oh, look at that. Can they get any smaller? Come on. Alright, all day long I've been sitting in one hole jigging for these bluegills because they were just crowded under me. But they all moved out. It's now like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And now I'm hole hopping. And look at that. That's a keeper. That's an 8. That's a good eater right there. Maybe they're gonna start. Measured that guy, 8 1/4. Talking to some people. It sounds like it's not the best bite anywhere, but for where I am, I'm on the spot. Doing the best out here with like how many other people. It's a rough bite. This guy, unfortunately, too small like most of them today. Talking about upgrading small ones. That's the smallest one. Look at that thing. That is small. Well, that's it. A lot of small ones. The wind really picked up in the afternoon. Kind of beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see it. Kind of nice out. Nice look in the sunset with the clouds. But that's it. Got a little pile of bluegills. an extra one crappie. That's it. We out. Really, really tough bite. It's been that way since it started warming up. I don't know. They gotta start picking up. So we out.